This is the KRMG Afternoon News with Skylar Cooper.
It's time for the BA Breakdown on the KRMG Afternoon News. Normally at this time every Tuesday, we are checking in with the Broken Arrow City Manager, discussing all things BA. He's got the day off. Sitting in is Broken Arrow Mayor Debra Wimpee, joining us live from BA. Mayor Wimpee, how are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be on.
Thanks for being here. I wanted to go back to Friday. I was a little bummed out. I couldn't be there with you guys for the groundbreaking at Sunset Amphitheater, but just kind of recap that for me. How was everything, and how quickly are people going to start seeing change out there at Events Park with the groundbreaking and construction underway?
Yeah, so it's been underway since May, which is kind of crazy to think about. But the infrastructure has been underway, and then they've actually been building and moving dirt and all of that, and their structures are actually already going up. So they're very aggressive out there, Skylar. They want to have their first concert in the fall of 2025. So if you can, imagine like how quickly we're going to have a live option, like a live entertainment option out there in that part of our city is going to be pretty incredible. That's going to attract people from all multiple states, right, coming into our city to see this amazing venue.
We've had some fun. We've just had some fun guessing and speculating on who might be the first act. Do you have a preference? I know we don't know yet, but do you have a preference on who would be someone you'd like to see there?
Well, what's funny is that apparently, part of this, the movement that they're doing, having the multiple amphitheaters throughout different states, is a tour, right? So that the acts can go from state to state. Well, they're actually going to have Billy Idol in October of 2025, but I don't know that we'll be ready for them or for him, by that point for us. But I know more than likely it'll probably be One Republic because Ryan Tedder's dad is Gary Tedder, who's part of Note's Life. So, but that's still amazing, I went out to the Colorado Springs opening, and it was unbelievable. You've got Pikes Peak on one side of the amphitheater and the Air Force Academy on the other, right? And so we don't have quite that view. We have Northeastern State University, which is beautiful, but it's not quite like Colorado Springs. But the amphitheater itself is going to be amazing.
I had heard One Republic mentioned, and it makes sense because of the Tulsa tie. I didn't know his dad worked for Venue or Notes Live, so that's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Let's go out to in front of Events Park, and I wanted to ask you about some road work we learned of today. At least we're reminded of it today. It starts tomorrow there on 101st or New Orleans. What do drivers need to know about that?
Yeah, so it'll be about 500 feet east and west of the entrance of the Events Park. And obviously, road construction is always inconvenient, right? But when it's done, it will help those the concert goers be able to or the non-concert goers rather, bypass that event traffic, right? They can just pass on by and not be backed up by the traffic coming and going out of the Events Park back then. So it'll be, when it's done, it's going to be amazing, and we'll give a lot of options for entering and exiting, right? So it's going to create 3 ingresses, right, where we only have 1 right now for the school, and then we'll have 4 actually to exit. So that'll be amazing once it's finished. But it is inconvenient, and no one likes that part of it, but it's going to be amazing when it's complete.
Broken Arrow Mayor Debra Wimpee on the KRMG Afternoon News, sitting in for City Manager Michael Spurgeon here on the BA Breakdown. I'll stay on the roads for a second here. I was looking at the City Council agenda for tonight, and the possible sale of the bonds. This was back to the 2018 general obligation bonds, and one of the things I saw on the list, on the project list, was the BA Expressway entryway improvements. It's for a little over $500,000, and I wondered if you had any specifics on that. What part of the BA and what would be done?
Yeah, so City Manager Spurgeon, he has this saying, armor all on the tires. So you can have a great city, but if you can invest and put a little bit, like just a little armor all on the city, right? Like repaint those street signs or street light poles and stuff like that, it just gives you a sense of like belonging and improves your city, right? So this is going to be entryway signs, just saying you are now arriving into Broken Arrow, right? And we've come up with some really beautiful entryway signs, gateway signs to come into our city, and that's what these improvements are going to be for.
Okay. And one last thing before we go here, just about out of time, but I did see too, or I got word about it, and this is something that people I bring into town anytime we go to the Rose District around this time of year. They always love the vibe down there with music playing, and the Christmas decorations are about to go up. And I understand that the light banners that honor veterans every year have now gone up, and I know that's something near and dear to your heart. Can you tell us what that mission is to have those banners up there?
Absolutely. So veterans are my passion. That's definitely, I think it's a known thing. The banner system is actually something that we brought to Broken Arrow. It's a fundraiser for the Oklahoma Military History Center. And you can pay $200 and to put a banner up, and it can go up for 2 years. And then at the end of the 2 years, you can take the banner back or you can re-up and just use the same one. But it'll go up. It just went up today, I guess, and then it'll go through Veterans Day. But then in May, we do a Memorial Day one as well. So our heroes that have passed, you can get a banner for your loved one and put those up for 2 weeks in May. And then we also have Veterans Day Parade. So we started that 5 years ago. Our Broken Arrow Elks did. So that's November 4th, and we want everyone to make sure to come down to Main Street and be a part of that.
Yeah, and I would imagine the Veterans Center there on Main Street plays a big part, or at least maybe can be a hub as the parade goes up and down.
Absolutely. And it goes all the way down to the community center there, and you'll pass right past the Veterans Park where the Mission 22 Memorial is. And it's that, if you haven't seen that Mission 22 Memorial, it's amazing to see those giant standing, overwatch of our city. It's just incredible to see. And that suicide awareness of, the war at home that our American soldiers and military, they kind of, sometimes they get back and they just have that war at home that they lose that battle to. And that's what Mission 22's mission is.
Broken Arrow Mayor Debra Wimpee live on the KRMG Afternoon News. Thanks for sitting in for Mr. Spurgeon today. It's always good to talk with you.
You too, sir.